Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the American Investor Show. Please click subscribe if this is your first time listening. From trader and CEO interviews to breaking news about companies you won't hear anywhere else, nobody does a better job at keeping you in the know when it comes to penny stocks. The term penny stock generally refers to a security issued by a very small company that trades at less than $5 per share. Penny stocks are extremely risky, yet they offer rates of return on investment not seen anywhere else. The host, guest, and callers are not registered financial advisors licensed by any government entity, and therefore, the following should be considered entertainment. The host, guest, and callers disclaim all liability in the event any information, commentary, analysis, opinions, advice, and/or recommendations prove to be inaccurate, incomplete, or unreliable, or result in any investment losses. Before investing in penny stocks, you should consult a professional to determine what strategy may be best for your individual needs. Now, without further ado, your host, Lascelles Anungu.
Yes! Shout out to everybody in the chat
Another
room.
one.
Yes. Shout out to everybody coming into the chat room. Late night shows. I like these late night shows. Had some things to do, but I was intending to do a show, and I'm here to do one. Shout out to everybody coming into the chat room. Man, we've had so much news come out over the last 24 hours. It's been crazy, man. It's just been crazy. Yes, indeed, Londale Carter. I'm on. CALI Rob, what's up? Late night party. I like the late night shit, so it kind of really is a throwback. So we're going to have a really do our thing in the next hour and a half. We're just going to kick it like the way we want to. And you guys know I've been huge all over Facebook this last week. And we finally got that pop today, man. We finally got that pop today. This is what it looks like on the hourly charts. And we haven't gotten the breakout yet. But, man, I saw some of these candlesticks turning around. And I said, man, I got to be a part of that. I posted up my gains today on Twitter, and it's, coming back in the right place. So I got the 165 calls for September 21st. It was really important for me to go into the next earnings cycle with Facebook being where it is right now. All right. And you can tell when some of these journalists have puts on that because they're trying too hard at this point. At this point, they're just trying too hard. Let's go on Gregory Hall, Charlotte, Hammock, Goat Hill Trader, Relative 96. What's up? Cool Cat Beats, Terrell Tinsley, the Quickster. Yes, indeed. Shout out to the people in the chat room right now. Have you guys been watching on what's going on with this bomber who ended up killing himself in Austin? Let me tell y'all something right now, man. At this point, this law enforcement will say anything to protect these people, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make some quick comments on this. They will say anything to protect these people. This police chief out of Austin came out and actually said that the bomber didn't say anything about terrorism, didn't say anything about hate, that he was, quote unquote, a troubled young man. About a troubled young man. He literally came on there and said that. And I want y'all to understand something. The people that died, right, two brothers who look like me, and for about a month, almost a month, they couldn't find this guy. Oh, well, we can't find him. We don't know. We're searching. And all of a sudden, he damn near kills two white folks at UPS. And all of a sudden, they found his ass in 8 hours. They found his ass very quickly when he went off code. It was cool when he was killing everybody else, but as soon as he started killing white folks or trying to kill white folks, they found his ass hella quick. So y'all got to be really careful out here, man, because now law enforcement, even though we are all tax-paying citizens, they're on the side of anybody who's willing to go out here and harm non-white folks. So be very careful out here. And then we got a situation out there in California where they literally just killed this guy in his backyard. I saw the video today. They just literally just went in there. They just assassinated that dude. Just straight up walked into his backyard. Let me see your hands. Pop, 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 pop. Didn't even give the chance to respond. Come to find out, the guy was on his phone, just in his backyard. You know. They posted on Twitter, oh, he was coming at us with a toolbar. Well, you saw the video, dude. You know, you can't even see the dude. I don't even think the police saw the dude. Just walked in his backyard. Pop, 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 pop. It's crazy, man. Dude was a father of two. You know. So at this point, law enforcement, I mean, they're just out to harm us at this point, man. You know. At this point, they're just out to harm us. You know. Yes, indeed, man. Crazy ass shit. California, man. And California is supposed to be the state where everybody gets along. You know what I'm saying? You know, but we are living in a system, man. That's why I cannot wait. You know, I'm going to finally have 5 episodes of my podcast done this week. I didn't want to just put out one at a time because I'd get bogged down with the show. And then I got the Forex channel that I'm starting up. Look out for that Forex channel that's coming out. But I wanted to put out 5 good episodes. That's going to be some hot shit, man. I know motherfuckers going to get in their feelings about that podcast, though. Woo! Let's keep it going. Someone in the chat room said Facebook was going to... You said it's the same... Oh, yeah, you already know Otis Johnson. Same old bullshit. Same old bullshit. They said the bomber made mistakes buying nails from the Lowe's store. Man, that's bullshit, man. Let me tell you something, man. You dodge a ticket and you move to another state, they find your ass. Motherfuckers know how to find you, okay? And I'm of the opinion that they knew who he was. They knew what he was doing. But then when he went off code, that's when they found him. That's when it was like, okay, we're going to have to do something about this. I believe wholeheartedly they knew who this guy was when he was killing people who look like me. They were just going to sit back and watch and see what he was going to do. They were going to create a book on people who like to make bombs to kill black folks. They don't have it. They had never seen anything like this. So they found who he was, and they're just going to watch him. That's what they were going to do. You know? Yes, indeed. I don't even have a name for it yet, Terrell. I ain't even got a name for it yet, bro. All I know is I'm ready to sign up for that SoundCloud, and I'm going to start slapping shit up on there. You know, what's going on, Stock Star? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But like I was going to say, Facebook, man, look, Facebook is coming back, man. Facebook is going to come back. Like I said, you know, the stock market, you got to understand, this shit is rigged, bro. That's why a lot of guys fuck with OTCs is because it's like, all right, I already know it's fucking bullshit. I know all these companies are bullshit. All right, I know it's about hype. I know it's about getting guys interested in the possibility of this company being something serious. So I'm just going to fuck with that. You know, because guys get into these large cap stocks, things start going good. And next thing you know, shit in the media, shit, people write, you know, all of a sudden starts knocking their shit up and down. You know. And that's what you're seeing right now on Facebook, man. This Facebook controversy is all BS. All of it is BS. When you really look at what they're talking about, it's all BS. All of it. You know. It has nothing to do with the fundamentals of the company. Will Fed heights affect the stock market? Yes. You got to understand, when the federal or the Fed increases rates, what it does, it tries to cool down inflation, right? They believe that we are going through some kind of inflationary period right now. I don't see it, but obviously they've got the data, right? So they may be seeing something where, I don't know, housing prices are getting a bit high, or they may see something where things are just getting warm. Things are getting really hot, and that's their way to cool down the economy. And raising interest rates makes the U.S. dollar more attractive, or U.S. debt rather, more attractive to foreign investors. And that helps slow down the economy. Why? Because, borrowing money becomes a little bit more expensive. So you're not going to go out there willy-nilly on a low interest rate environment that you would go on a low interest rate environment. So yes, this should have some effect, particularly on industrial stock, or stocks where companies export products. So you're looking at stocks like Caterpillar, right? A stock like Caterpillar. But again, big time on the export side of the equation. All right. You said the Fed home was the biggest ever. Not sure what you mean on that, P City. Yes, indeed. Yeah, CALI was interesting relative because, again, we haven't had a nice runner for the day since Monday. We haven't really had a nice intraday runner. You guys who play these little 2-minute, 1-minute shit, I don't do stuff like that. I like intraday runners that have stability, that are, showing real intraday moves that you can depend on. Nothing in the first 30 minutes. I'm not putting none of my money in that bullshit. So I saw it run. I think it got halted once or twice, and then it came all the way down. I was looking for shorts the whole time up here. Nothing was available. Even on Interactive Brokers, that shit was gone. And that's what it was. That's what it was. So nice move on CALI if you played it in the first, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, first 20 minutes. All right, this is a 5-minute candlestick, so in the first 20 minutes. But definitely not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea, but I know guys who like stocks like that. And again, congratulations to the guys who made money on that kind of play. All right? Yes, indeed. What's going on, Mikhail? All right. Let me know if you made some money on that. Let me know if you made some money on that. I did see Relative make some bread on that. Last night on the show, I talked about a dip buying opportunity in WG. And sure enough, the stock was up 27% from the lows. And very interesting stock. I'm looking to watch this tomorrow on WG. All right, on WG, as you see, here's the daily chart on WG. Incredible amount of volatility yesterday, losing damn near 50% of its value. I think it was 71% to be exact. A lot more than that. Nice dip buy today. We'll see if it carries on. I think we get maybe one more day, and then it might sell off again. But way to kind of pick it up off the floor here, WG. CALI Rod, what pump? GERN was a nice runner. Let's take a look at it. GERN. But let me tell y'all something right now. It's not too late in that Facebook, man, so don't forget about that. GERN up 19% today. 87 on the RSI. Yeah, nice runner, but, shouldn't be overextended, man. And, I can't go into shit like this, but nice play today, GERN. Because my thing is I'm going to go into a play like this and then it starts to sell off. You know what I'm saying? It'll start to sell off. I'll go ahead and take a position. Next thing you know, motherfuckers is hitting the ask. And now I'm running out the door with a 3, 4, 5% loss. Things you're looking at, pre-market setup to determine how you look at the door shortly after. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. And there are a lot of guys selling, kind of those pre-market, what to do pre-market, what not to do. But at the end of the day, I know the risk that works for me. Terrell, you said you're looking to short GERN tomorrow. That actually would be a good look for somebody looking to make some nice profit here. 87 on the RSI. You get to those levels, it starts to kind of look like, especially if it's got a decent story, right? I mean, you get to those high levels. Kind of reminds me of MU. When MU had gotten to that 87, 88 RSI, you saw the pullback from 64 all the way down to 58, actually 56 the very next day. Beautiful, beautiful put buying opportunities. So those high RSI levels are always great opportunities for you to trade. Great opportunities for you to trade. All right? Looking forward to seeing MU earnings tomorrow. I brought that up as well yesterday on the show. Been talking about that now for almost a week. So we're going to see what MU does here in the very next couple hours. What was the play I posted on Twitter? Yeah, it was that Facebook play. That Facebook in the money call. That's all I basically did. Facebook in the money call, 165 in the money for September 21st. So a lot of time on that option. It was dirt cheap. That was a 17. Actually, it's a $27 option. A week ago. It was a $27 option a week ago. Now trading for $17. Of course, I was going to jump all over that. What's the safe way to trade the market right now? I think right now you gotta look at some of those higher time frames, like 1 hour and above. You're always going to have those guys who love the short term in and out, but if to make the real money and not get caught up into the short term bullshit, you got to look at those hourly charts, man. You got to look at those hourly charts. For example, look at some of the things that are going on in Home Depot right now. Home Depot sold off in early February. Kind of been suffering. It didn't have the greatest earnings report, right? Showed a little bit of weakness developing. But as I'm looking at these candlesticks, as you can see here, there's some consolidation happening here. Quite a bit of support happening here on Home Depot. And I'm looking to take a position in Home Depot, by the end of this week. Looking to take a position in Home Depot by the end of this week because we're about to see a pop on Home Depot about to happen here pretty soon. All right, so you see how these candlesticks are getting tighter. They're getting smaller. Great support here at the 176 level. Pulled back a little bit today, but I'm having a feeling in a week, 2 weeks, we're going to see Home Depot back above 180. Back above 180. Okay. Back above 180. Look at that MACD. That MACD's turning around a little bit. Again, let's get back to one of my favorite time frames, the 1 hour chart. All right, the 1 hour chart. And if we look at Home Depot a little bit, we're starting to see where's that Bollinger Band. There he goes. Put that Bollinger Band on there. Getting a little tight. Again, my hope is that it continues to consolidate and we get a pop going higher that we can build on. Right? And again, I think you look for a deep in the money call, a high delta call for those guys trading options. You look for a high delta call that's going to allow you to move up higher, and absorb all of the move. For the penny stock traders, boy, man, FUSZ. Let me tell you, Ken, this guy Ken, man, who calls up here, this dude just kills it on some of these OTC stocks, man. This guy kills it on some of these OTC stocks. He called up here when this stock was like 15 cents a share. And he would bring it up and, it just looked like another one of his OTC stocks he looks at. And boy, FUSZ, man. Again, it's all about hype. It's all about, getting guys interested in the product. And he just murdered that shit, man. Straight up murdered this ticker. 610, what's up?
What's going on, Sarge? Your boy Cartoon Flow here.
Hey, what you up to, man?
Chilling, man. I appreciate the videos that you gave me, man. I've been studying them. I've been little by little understanding the market. But can you check out GIS?
Mm-hmm.
I started doing the option today. Last night, well, before the market closed yesterday, I put a put for I think it was like, I went far. Like I think it was like the put was on 40 because I think it was like the options every monthly options.
Okay.
And man, I doubled my money quick. Even though I woke up kind of late after the market, but I was lucky enough to get in profit. I bought options for like $200, and I came out like with $425, something like that, plus the fees. So I did good.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's how you trade these, bro. I mean, now what got GIS on your chart for you to trade? What brought it to your attention?
I was on Facebook, believe it or not. I was on Facebook and I did the options, right? I put a put for Facebook, let me see, yesterday. And I messed up. I got too greedy and I was up like, I think I put up on the option. It wasn't a lie. It was like 125. I was up 275, and I'm thinking that it's gonna go lower. That's when it all turned. I was celebrating everything, like damn, I'm winning. And next thing you know, I was under. I lost everything. So I was like, you know what? I started looking around. I started looking at earnings, and I seen GE, and I started looking at their numbers. I started doing like a lot of looking, not like really going into it, just looking at the chart, and I just made up my mind. You know what? I think it's not looking so good in the charts, so I'm just gonna put a put in, and it came through, man. It came through. I basically got my money that I lost from Facebook. I got it back on that one put, man. So, yo, I love your show, man. When I can, I'm gonna deposit something in your account and keep doing your thing, man. I always watch your show, bro.
Much respect, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, man.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Cartoon Flow. That's a good buy. He must have bought that pretty early in the trading day. And as you can see here, you had some dip buyers come in on GIS. Let's zoom in on the action. You had some dip buyers come in. Let me zoom in closer. You had some dip buyers coming in the morning. And if he bought a nice put at 46, right? If he bought a nice put at 46, then he very well did get into a very nice play in GIS as it sold off, as guys got trapped into that. Look at the 1 minute. All right, look at the 1 minute. All right, they would have been caught into that bear trap on GIS. But even intraday, as you can see here, there were some opportunities for you to buy some puts on some of those tops there. All right. But yeah, shout out to the guys who emailed me, got those videos. You don't know how to trade options? We're looking to trade options. Those were some really good videos by Nem that I found. And I think the website don't even work anymore, or he's not teaching anymore. But I was like, man, this information is gold. So I slapped it there in my Google briefcase and provided it to you guys free of charge if you want to learn how to trade options or just want to learn how to trade, period, because the lessons he's teaching in that video you can use on Forex, you can use on stocks. Email me, happypennystocks@gmail.com. I'll send you guys that link. And you can look at those videos. You can use them practically on anything. Cartoon Flow. Oh, you bought the... Okay, that's what's up. You bought it yesterday. You bought that put yesterday. That's what's up. That is what's up. So I know you got you got a nice return on that one. And by the way, these low price stocks, I mean, this is where you're going to be able to really rack it up, because I mean, it's a $45 stock, so it's not going to have very expensive options. In fact, I want to go take a look at what GIS is going for right now. What are some of those options? What is it? GIS. Yeah, I mean, these are like, look at that. These are like penny options, man. Shit, they got good liquidity too. Good liquidity too. I'm actually surprised. But like, yeah, these are going for like a nickel, 10 cents. I'm looking at some of the April 20 calls and puts, and these are dirt cheap, man. Look at those. Those puts are expensive though. Shit. Look at the difference between the puts and the calls in terms of some pricing. Look at the difference in price in terms of some of the pricing here. Let me see. Can I show this? Let me see if I can. It's dirt cheap in terms of some of this pricing. Dirt cheap. All right. Let me see if I can show the screen here. Let's see here. All right, let's go ahead and see that screen. There it is right there. And this is GIS, April 20th. And as you can see here, April 20th, and the calls basically evaporated. I mean, they're basically done. But I would pick one of these up right now at these April 20th calls, right? This is a large cap stock, great liquidity. You know, I think you take the opportunity and buy. You know, I love the 50s. I like where it is. Where are we at right now in the price again? 45, 51. Oh, maybe 51. Doesn't look so hot. And you don't have too much liquidity at these lower levels. Okay, let's go back. Let's go a little further up. Let's give ourselves a little bit more time. All right. Okay, so now that I'm in July 20th is getting up there. 55. That's a little too far still. God, you still don't have that much liquidity on those 47.50s. 45s, this looks good. But again, you know, I'd have to see what the liquidity looks like intraday. I like the 47.50s are okay, but I'm going for something that's a little bit higher delta. Where's my delta mark on that? 50, 85 for the 40s. 85 on the 40s. Let me see here. What if 610? That's kind of expensive. What if I sold these and bought these? Sell the 42.50s to finance my 40. What are they offering? It's a being greater. So 193. GIS ends up being. Oh, I would take that. I would take that trade. But man, they limit the fuck out of your profit potential though. It's not that much volatility, but I would buy those. You'd have to just go straight with the straight call option on that. Not selling anything against it. You just have to go straight in. The 47.50 call, that's interesting too. Do I think GIS will go lower? Looking here on this monthly option, this monthly chart, no. On this monthly chart, no. This is why you play these monthlies. All right, he played intraday. He just played like 1 day, 2 days on that one, and you could do that too. But I when it comes to options, I like meteor moves, man. I want to be able to sell an option showing myself in profit, you know, a G or more. So I'm looking for An option that's going to be sticking with me for quite a bit. Sticking with me for quite a bit. All right. Shout out to Cartoon Flow for that call, man. All right. So, yeah, based on where GIS now is on the chart, you know, you've got very little downside risk at these levels. You got very little. I mean, it's on 18 on the RSI, man. 18 on the RSI. So you've got very little downside risk on GIS, you know, in the long term. Short term, can it lose another 10 cent, 20 cents? Sure. Sure. You know, it's not likely, but it could happen. It could happen. All right. What's going on, EBANR? Jeff, what's going on, Jeff? Being real patient with that AGen. Appreciate you, man. AGen down 5% today. Looking to buy AGen at the low. Should be a good buy. Jeff, what makes it a good buy? Let me know. I'd love it to see if it bounces off this 50 RSI. You know, if it stays above these levels, it can keep that positive momentum going back higher. But, you know, when they cross the 50 RSI, that means they officially are going through, you know, negative sentiment. All right? And you bring a lot of shorts when you below that 50 RSI level. EBANR, say you're on that night shift. That's what's up. I hope I can keep you entertained while you're up late. Okay? Let's look for some great trades here. Look for some great trades here. And I haven't been able to find a really great, you know, small cap to really carry over the last couple of days. I really missed the opportunity on NIHD. Boy, what an opportunity on NIHD. I paper traded it, and I didn't follow through with real money. I didn't follow through with some real money in NIHD. Boy, what a breakout here, man. What a breakout. I saw the 6-month breakout on the 6-month high. That was a buying opportunity, and should have followed up with some real cash, man. The stock broke out of some multi-month resistance, and when it's now what, touched 210, 228 today. Touched 228 today. And look, you're not going to get everything. You're not going to get everything because we all have limited cash to work with. And you can't put your money in every single stock out there. But boy, that's a solid return. Almost 800, well over 100%. And, you know, 36 days? About 36 days. NIHD, what a return. What a return. Yes, indeed. What a return. All right, overextended now. But nice return. EEP. Red Rides. Let me know what's going on with this. EEP, oil and gas stock. Oil and gas stock up 3.8%. EEP. I'm not feeling that chart though, my man. I like what it did today. I mean, but I'm not feeling that chart. I love the idea of a gap down or something like that. But this is a straight capitulation over a period of 4 days. So what's been going on here? There's something going on here, and not just lower prices on crude. Way to dip by the opportunity, though. Shout out to the guys who took that advantage of that at 17 on that RSI. Again, that's a high probability trade for some profit at low RSI. Anything that suddenly goes below 20 on the RSI over a very short period of time, a day or two preferably. I mean, this went 3 days and still bounced. That's a high probability trade back up to the upside in the short term. Long term, I mean, it could very well be some really fundamental issues involved with the company that are the cause of this, but you're going to get a nice pop. You said oil is about to fly. I actually believe you on that. I would agree with you on that. Summertime, we already know that's the highest driving season. Some of these companies start getting pretty thin on supply on purpose. I tell you, the market's rigged, right? They start getting thin on supply on purpose to get those prices running higher. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some of these crude, companies, some of these drillers start going through some phases here where they start showing some real good growth on equity prices. All right. Let's take a look at CO. China cord blood. Not my ticker. I do know some guys like to trade it. China cord blood. Up 46 cents today. Nice little pattern developing here too since February. Breakout today. Above some multi-month resistance. Going back to as far as December. China cord blood. Got some tops up there too or we can break a year. Almost a year. So look at China cord blood. Finding some buyers to buy and hold on. Interesting to see the increase in volume too here on the daily chart too. So guys coming in and showing some interest in that stock. Let's see if they can maintain that volume. Interesting ticker. Sal Baptiste, you said you got it at NIHD at 71. And here's the thing, Sal, because I think you had brought that ticker up at those lower levels too. I think you brought it up at those lower levels. Cartoon Flow, play what happens today in MU. Earnings is today in MU. Let me clarify. I want to say it's pre-market, but let me see. One of my favorite websites. Don't gotta guess. Earnings Whisperer. HU or MU. Yes, after hours. Excuse me, after hours. So tomorrow is earnings. You should see guys start taking positions in MU to see what happens. But I'm concerned that the stock could sell on that news. Even if they post solid earnings, I'm concerned it could sell off upside left, at least in the short term. The stock's got to come down to go up. If it does pop, I think it pops and then in the morning sells off. So if you don't want to guess, just wait to see what the market does after the number gets put out. So you could just wait till tomorrow and see what happens. All right. And when I say tomorrow, I'm not saying, in a couple hours. I'm saying tomorrow, like the 23rd. And see how the market opens up. And whatever that price action shows, that's where you go. All right. Yes, indeed. Let's see what else is out here. Someone's saying something's up pre-market. Yeah, I'm seeing some aftermarket move. LIQT. I haven't seen anybody in the chat room bring that up. That one burned a lot of people this morning. Here's another one. That's why I hate these first 5 minute These are all booty plays, dude. These are all booty plays, man. That's why I don't chase this shit. Don't get me wrong, dude. I mean, you catch something like this, you're the man. I see it squeezing people a little bit after hours, but it's not gonna hold. Look at the volume. Look where the volume virtually dries up after 12 o'clock in this stock. Virtually dries up. They came out with some news about some kind of framework. I don't know. That's a booty play, bro. STML. STML. Somebody bringing up STML. Let's look at the daily chart. STML. Yeah, it's low volume though. 361,000 shares traded. You know, when you're looking for a low RSI play, you want something that has great liquidity. You love to see large caps that have sold off aggressively, or even the small caps. But the small cap has got to be a stock that's got great, intraday volume as it is, So you want it to be a stock people like to buy. You really don't want to dip by these, these stocks really that weren't very popular to begin with. All right. Yes, it's definitely got that base, though. Definitely got that base. I agree with that. Definitely got that base. If you're willing to, be patient on it, it could do it. But I love to see stocks that have an intraday volume of 1 million, 2 million, maybe even 3 or more, that sell off like this. I'm in something like that. I mean, that's beautiful. That's where you want to be. All right, that's where you want to be. A stock that just 2 days ago was the leader on the market, as you can see here, PRPO, basically giving it all back. Basically giving it all back today. Biggest loser on the exchange. Lost 32% of its value today. PRPO. PRPO. Flush it down the toilet as PRPO. We'll do something we talked about a few shows ago, which is called returning to the mean. Returning to the mean. That means basically if there's a trend that had been developed, it's been losing. In a day or two, stock gaps up higher, huge volume, incredible volatility to the upside. Eventually, you have what's called a return to the mean, which is what the stock will do to sell off to eventually return back to its original trend, which is a losing one. And that's very much what you'll see happen in PRPO. It'll come back and start losing again. All right? PRPO. Red Rides. Let's see here. The only China stock you have is PBC BORN. Here's the thing. These Chinese stocks run. You just got to have to catch them on the right time. I mean, for example, we saw CALI run. That's a Chinese stock. Some of you guys have been watching the show long enough. You remember a stock called ChineseInvestors.com. That ran from like 30 cents to $100, if you guys remember that, ChineseInvestors.com. So you're going to have stocks run. Another stock that ran today, CCIH. Wasn't that like CCI? Yeah, China Care. That was another one that ran today. So these Chinese stocks can run, man. They can run. You just got to really catch them on, you really got to catch them at the right time. You got to really play them intraday. They can run over the course of a period of day, but they're great intraday runners. Great intraday runners. I'm watching Dries too, by the way. Don't sleep on Dries, guys. Don't sleep on Dries, because I think Dries is trying to do something. Dries is on my list to watch every single day, man. This stock is trying to do something. And I know the float is thin as hell, too. What's going on, Winston Sawyer? Game Face 05. Yes, indeed. We're in the building late. Yeah, 53 people in here, man. Shout out to all you guys trading. Up to look to make yourself some money this week. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm watching Dries, man. Watch that. That float is stupid thin, dude. That float is stupid thin on Dries. That thing could pop to 566 in a heartbeat. That thing is stupid thin. All right. China comeback this month. Maybe you'll be watching China. Yeah, put those, put that on your watch list, man. I mean, some of these Chinese stocks, dude, you'd be surprised, man. And all of these Chinese stocks are also low float, man. They're very, very low float stocks. These Chinese stocks, you're not going to see very many of these Chinese stock with, half of 500 million shares, and you're not going to see that. That's one thing I do give a lot of respect to these Chinese companies, is that they keep their stocks thin. They know what they got to do to get them running. Absolutely, Cali Rob. That's why I'm watching Dries every day. It is prime for a nice run any day now. Any day now. Yes, indeed. All right. What else do we have that I want you guys to pay attention to? Let's see. By the way, let me know in the ticker too. Also, you guys know my call-in line is available. If you got some tickers you want us to pay attention to, my call-in line is available. 305-28 305. Oh, I forgot my goddamn number. Shit. 305-600-2896. 305-600-2896. All right. Let me see here. What else? I'm looking through my equity feed scanner. Looking for any other stocks of interest. And it's a late night show, so we're going to take our time today and really kind of go through it. Did Black Box alert anything? Yeah, Black Box alerted quite a few things. It's always going to catch the runner. Black Box is always going to catch the morning runner. All right. So it caught a ton of the morning runners. It caught CALI. It caught DPW, GGB, all those morning runners. But the problem, like I said, when you're trading or using a black box alert system, you really, unless you have a short-term trading style that incorporates the first 30 minutes, which I don't have, it's all about, for me, finding, there it is, sorry, there, excuse me, this is the first 5 minutes. First 5 minutes, it's all about incorporating the full day's move after the first 30 minutes. So I didn't see a great ticker for that. So I went into options, predominantly Facebook. But as you can see here, GGB, this is actually a pretty decent call here. And when was GGP alerted today? Let's go through Black Box. GGB was alerted on Black Box at 9:31. 9:31. You got the. All right, so it actually sold off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's actually a pretty good alert. Wrong line. That's actually a pretty good alert. Here's the 9:30 call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would have set my line there, but then again, I didn't look at this one. How did I miss that? 460 breakout, morning high breakout, because I love that morning high breakout after the first 30 minutes. I actually missed this trade. When did it end? 9:31. How did I miss that? GGB at 477, closed at 484. That would have been a nice return too. GGB. What else got traded? We also had light volume on this, but KMPH got alerted today at 10 o'clock. KMPH at 10 o'clock. So at 10, that's right here. That's too late. Yeah, right here. Got alerted at 10 o'clock. That's a little too late. And again, that's it. I could tell Black Box, it really wants to give you the stocks with volume. Like sudden volume, it doesn't really want to present those because I get it, right? They're trying to program it for it to not to get caught up into the pumps. For it to not to get caught into the pumps. I get it. But I noticed that these low volume plays that spike all of a sudden, unless it crosses a certain threshold, which is about 250,000 to about 350,000 or higher, it won't bring it up. It won't bring it up. Tops. Yeah. If Dries runs, Tops will run too. If Dries runs, Tops will run, but Tops is going to be even more volatile play. So if Dries kills it one day, right? We open up and Dries is up, 15%, testing 20, 25. Tops will run, it'll get like a 6% move and he could lose the whole thing. So, but will it move? Yes, because Dries does something where you start having these sympathy plays, like a Tops, like a ship, like a DCIX that will run alongside with it, but on a weaker and even more volatile strength. All right. EV, let me see here. EVEP. Oil and gas stock up 73%. Boy, what a dip by opportunity there. Was that? Let me see here. EVEP. Huge volume today, too. EVEP. Huge volume. Wow, that's not bad. Up 73. That's definitely a monster kill, man. That's a nice play for that.
Monster kill.
Here's a late day mover too. And again, this is why these scanners don't really pick that up, because great move, but as you can see here, man, this is either a chat room move or something to that effect, because as you can see here, the stock opened up at 21 cents and had been building all day. And then all of a sudden you get, about a 20-minute run in EVEP. And then that was it. You got to understand, the most of the meat moves of the market are the first hour and the last hour. 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., you're not going to really get, you're not going to be able to really get, plays like this. On good stocks anyway, you're not gonna find them. Bullshit like this, yes. Bullshit like this, you get them all the time. Some guy in the chat room sends his 500, 600 people, on some low flow piece of shit runner, and you're gonna get a move like that. But for the most part, good stocks don't run. They don't just run at noon out of nowhere for no reason. Yes, indeed. Anyone know of a soybean agricultural ticket? DNF Bob, why is tomorrow going to be an interesting day for soybeans? Can you explain that to us? Can you educate us on that? Why is tomorrow a great day for soybeans? Yeah, GBTC is interesting because GBTC is still hanging around, even though Bitcoin is losing its ass. Matter of fact, let's take a look at where Bitcoin is now. Yeah, Bitcoin is still, I'm willing to play the break. That's why I got that line up here. If it breaks out past 11, I'll play that breakout past 11. That'd be a nice little 2018 breakout level. But I don't think we're gonna get back up there on Bitcoin. All right. Like I said, I think Bitcoin had introduced everybody to the industry or to cryptocurrency, but at the end of the day, it's an old technology, and I think there's some much better coins out there that and offer even better upside. You're going to always have people who are going to accept Bitcoin, though. You know? And I saw somebody really explain this, that Bitcoin, you know, if these cryptocurrencies really take hold, Bitcoin would be what you use to buy homes, to buy cars, to buy boats, very expensive products or very expensive services. And you'll have another coin that you use to buy coffee and bread and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Go to the movies, you know, the things you do on your day-to-day life. But Bitcoin is where you'd go to do that, the more expensive things. We sell soybean to China. I get that, DNF Bob, but why is tomorrow? You said that tomorrow should be an interesting day for soybeans. So is there a number coming out for soybeans? Not that I play those agricultural catalysts, but I'm you know, I love to learn those kind of things. Trump speech? Oh, okay. Trump speech tomorrow. All right. You know, I mean, no, you know, I know people get all in their feelings when I talk about that, but man, I can't wait till we go back to those days where you didn't even know what was going on in the White House. You know what I'm saying? Like, Obama was president, but I was never watching Obama like that. You know what I mean? I'd go like a week, 2 weeks and not even know what he was doing, you know. Same thing for George W. Bush. You know, he didn't really follow. I mean, there's like every day is this news, something he said, something he's doing, something. It's like, good Lord, I'm just so tired of hearing about this man. I'm so tired of hearing about him. You know? FLSR. Let me see that. FLSR. Yeah, he does move the market. You know, he does move the market, but that's, you know, that's what makes it, you know, well, I guess it does make it interesting because he's brought up quite a bit of volatility to the market, but shit, man. You know, I don't even watch the news anymore because they don't talk about nothing else, dude. Used to be able to watch the news and get some like international shit, know what's going on in other parts of the world. We don't even talk about that shit. I don't even know what's going on in Syria, in Iraq. You know, I got friends who got family members out there. They can't even get news about what's going on with those operations, and you know what I mean? Like there's like nothing else we can talk about besides this guy over and over and over and over again. Let's see what other news that you guys might take an interest in. Let's see some other news. I'm doing a quick scan. Here's some other stocks. Let's take a look at some other stocks on there. FLSR, 000 stock. You know, it's a lottery ticket. It's a lottery ticket. Again, shout out to the guy who brought up those oil, because, man, there's quite a few oil stocks that, you know, moved today. Quite a few oil stocks moved today, man. If you look at the top 100 stocks today that moved, I'd say it's landed almost 40% of those were commodity and or oil stocks. You know, Noble, Yamana Gold. The gold stocks ran today because of the move with the Fed. So you did see gold stocks. That was expected, but did you guys see that move in GLD though? That was a nice move in GLD. Very nice move in GLD. All right. Almost $2 gain. That was like, so if we get a breakout in here, let me zoom out here because I got my little wedge pattern that I got in GLD. This goes as far back as May of last year. No, May of 2 years ago. Excuse me. This is 2016. This is 2016. So I'm watching gold using the ETF Spider ETF, GLD. Let me zoom out of that. Let me zoom, get my zoom out there. And I got a 2-year wedge pattern that's developing on this one. And we could be breaking out here. We're still far. We're still far away from it if you get real close. But I'm watching to see if gold breaks out for 2018 because I don't want to miss that opportunity. And then that 131 line would represent a 2-year breakout for GLD. So GLD should be on your radar. You should have something where you get an alert if GLD makes a move out of that wedge. But I've been watching GLD and I'm really excited about what gold could do in 2018. We'll see. JNUG for you. Okay, yeah, JNUG. That's the leveraged. JNUG for you. That's the leveraged version of GLD. Basically, it's a leverage 3 times. Very, very volatile. Get back to the zoom here. Zoom back all the way back in on that. GLD. Oh, look at GLD crossing that 50. Whoa, GLD back above the 50 RSI, huh? Back above the 50 RSI on GLD. Let's see if the move is for real, man. I'll be watching it tomorrow. Let's see if the move is for real. But I tell you what, this rate hike is for real. That rate hike is for real. So GLD back above positive territory. GLD. All right. All right. Let's see the hourly. All right. So as you see here, it all happened today. It all happened today. All right. Got some breakouts happening there too. All right. Got some breakout potential here too, showing up in JNUG. Multi-month breakout opportunities. All right, that's what's up, JNUG. And as you can see here, a recent break going back to 2017. We can go back to 2017 and see here, on an intraday trade, or a daily chart, trade. MACD cross, 50 RSI cross. You get in here, that's your entry. And as you can see here, at least for a short period of time, that was a solid trading opportunity back above the 50 RSI level. And it held it for several days. Here's your put right here. Back up. So that's nice. Nice play. Nice play. And of course, you're looking for the clear move. Because, you can get faked out with this stuff, right? You can really get faked out. For example, a few weeks ago, I got faked out in CAT, man. I had gotten faked out a couple weeks. This is back in February. Gotten faked out in CAT. I'm like, oh shit, CAT coming from those lower levels, from the sell-off back in the beginning of February. I'm thinking CAT's breaking out. Bought a call. Next thing you know, I had to, get up out of there. So I'm still looking for the turnaround in CAT. But you got to really be careful because you really have to find a clear cut above that 50, and it's got to commit to staying above those levels. But as you can see here, when you catch it, a stock above that 50 RSI, and it maintains it, then it could run for days, weeks. And you can make some solid money doing that. What's going on, Dark Hobbies? LRDR. Let's take a look at it. All right, OTC stock. Yeah, we're already up there. So LRDR, nice move. I'll give it to you, bro. I'll give it to you. That's a killer move. If you've been already in the stock, but as you can see, it's a missed opportunity for us.
Another one.
Yeah. Missed opportunity for us. LRDR. Nice play. Dip got slow. Shakeout didn't move in CAT. Yeah. Didn't. I thought we would see some downside pressure to CAT today. I mean, with an increase in the interest rate, that means CAT products become more expensive for countries outside of America. And let me see that Euro USD. What did Euro USD? Because there is a correlation there. What did Euro USD do today? Hold on. Euro USD. So all right. So that was okay. So he actually rose slightly. All right. So we got some resistance. Yeah, a little bit of resistance to those higher levels today. Euro. Let's see the 5-minute. All right, so here was the Fed announcement when he came on board. Oh, where is that? No, where is it? Where is it at? Where did it go? There it is. Today is the 21st. Yesterday was the 21st, excuse me. And then we had the announcement. All right, and then Euro USD. Again, all right, so the dollar actually lost value during the trip. Actually rose. Boy, what a play on that one. Euro USD. Okay. Yeah, but Euro US. I mean, the euro rose against the dollar, so that's interesting. So when you look at CAT should have moved higher. CAT should have moved higher. It did move. I mean, 1% gain is quite a move for a stock that big. I mean, that's a lot of money for a company with a $92 billion market cap. So she needs to pass 1196. Dip got slow. Shakeout didn't move in CAT. Yeah, I'm still watching CAT because that's a train you don't want to miss. There's certain trains you just don't want to miss, like Netflix, Facebook returning to positivity. Amazon still beating the fuck out of the boards, boy. Amazon is still, Amazon. There's certain trains you just don't want to miss. And I'm keeping an eye on those things. But going back to CAT, yeah, still looking for a solid breakout, man. Still looking for a real solid breakout. And I don't want to wait too long. But then I don't want to jump too early. But I'm looking at those 150s. I'm looking at those 150s on CAT. Let me see here. If we go and take a look at those real quick. Caterpillar. Let's see here what Caterpillar can do. Here's Caterpillar. April 20th. Here's Caterpillar. And as you can see here, Tasty Trade gives you the higher probability in the money trades. They're more expensive as you already know. Hold on, let these develop a little bit. 155 is where Caterpillar is now. The software is being janky right now. I'm gonna refresh the page, but it's being janky right now. I don't know why it's. Refresh that, but yeah, I'd go with something deep in the money. You go with something deep in the money. I don't mind paying for the cost of higher delta than out the money risk, Dropbox. What do you think about Dropbox, Red Rides? What do you think about Dropbox going public? Tell me something about Dropbox to make sure it's not going to be another, because what I want to learn about Dropbox, DPX, is that I want to make sure it's not going to be, AQB. What's going on, Kelly Rob? AQB. It's not going to be another flash in the pan. You know what I'm saying? what I want to also learn is I want to see, are businesses really using it? I mean, large corporate businesses, are they really using Dropbox? How do they use it? I know I've used Dropbox in the past years ago. I feel like Dropbox was more popular, 5 years ago than it is now. I remember hearing Dropbox more 5 years ago than I do now. Yeah, Google Docs, and you can use that free shit, man. I agree, TM. Yeah, I remember hearing Dropbox. I used to use Dropbox. I remember, because it was easy, right? You'd upload like a picture or some crap like that, or like a paper or some crap like that, and then you could have it anywhere you had an internet connection. But I just feel like that time is kind of came and gone for that kind of product. So I'm going to be looking for put opportunities when that comes out. Something like, because in hindsight, when you look at something like Blue Apron, and that was really a learning experience too on Blue Apron, because I read an article when somebody said you had to really understand that some of these companies that try to get away with looking like a tech company, but they're not a tech company. At the end of the day, Blue Apron was a food delivery business that tried to sell itself as a tech company, right? And that's basically what happened here. This is the weekly chart in Blue Apron. All right, and I should have bought some puts on this. And you got to understand, dude. When this stock went public, at these levels right here, these $4 puts that everybody wants now in the stock like this, they're going for a penny or two at these higher levels. This is really about just understanding what the business is, the potential for the business to succeed, and being willing to sacrifice a couple, $100 or $200 and really just kind of put it to the side. You know what I mean? And really just kind of put it to the side. You said CNBC. Oh yeah, they did. They did pump Blue Apron real hard at the last summer especially. Yeah, that's when that stock came out. They did that to Blue Apron. They did that to quite a number of stocks that were going. Snapchat. Oh my God, CNBC was in Snapchat's asshole, bro. They were licking every crumb in that butthole of Snapchat executives. When that stock went public. You said only suckers follow CNBC calls. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right on that. But here's the thing, though, man. There's nothing else to watch during the day. If you like investing, if you like stocks, there's nothing else to watch. You're not going to watch CNBC. That Fox News business is bullshit. So, all you can do is watch CNBC. Yeah, rotten food. And shout out to that guy who called up about, let me see. Matter of fact, let's check Snap. I think Snap bounced. Yeah, Snap bounced today on that Facebook run. Yeah, most of the social media stocks today did pretty good. I think LinkedIn, if I go back to LinkedIn, LNKD, right? I might be off on that. It's not a stock that I trade, but here's Snapchat. I was watching Snapchat back during the last earnings cycle, but as you can see here, boy, look at that. That was a great put opportunity at 21. Look at that. Snapchat. 1693 is an interesting level for the stock. Those $13 puts have got to be going for dirt cheap too by right now. Let me see. Oh, this is better now. I might have to actually open up the actual software because the website, Tastyworks, is fruity as hell. Here's Snap. And it said MSN kills Snap but loves Twitter. Yeah, they do love Twitter. Kids do like Snap, but the thing is that kids do love Snap though. I'll give them that. Kids do love Snap. Here's Snapchat. Right now, Snap is at 1657. April 6th is a little too close for me. April 20, 16. Of course, you're going to be looking at the put side. 1550s. Let me see open interest on that one. What's the open interest at? Oh, not much open interest on this, too. Oh, hold on, that's April 27th. Where's the April 20th? There we go. That's where the liquidity is. Look at these 1450s. 1550 for 52 cents. Oh boy, that's really liquid here. They're 15s for 36. For April 20th, 15. Oh, I would do that. I would definitely do something like that. Or maybe even a higher. Why not just buy I'll probably do what's the delta on something like that? Let me see here. What's the delta on the 18s? 69? Even 80 for the 19s? Oh yeah, I'd probably just go with it. It just makes more sense to get the higher deltas than even the. Boy, those 15s are dirt cheap though. Those 15s are dirt cheap though, man. Shit. What's going on, Stock Z? Those 15s on Snap are dirt cheap. Yeah, I love buying the monthlies. You guys doing the weeklies. That's where. Don't get me wrong. That's where the volatility is. But boy, those weeklies, you're looking in. I mean, once you buy them, you're watching the money just all over the place. You're in profit 1 second, you're out of profit, then you're in profit, then you're out of profit, then you're up 500, and then you're down 250, and then you're up 700, and then you're down. Oh my God. Doesn't that drive you crazy? You know? But I know some of you guys love those trades. Speaking of Twitter, man, Twitter's been a killer lately too, though, man. Twitter's been quite of a killer lately too. You know, you coming out of this past summer, you know, and by the way, when you talk Twitter, you can't talk Twitter without Donald Trump, man. Twitter, you know, the best thing that ever happened to Twitter is Donald Trump. You know, if Hillary Clinton is president, I don't think you see Twitter at $32. You know, I don't think you see Twitter at $32 if Hillary Clinton is president. At the end of the day, Trump got elected. His tweets got a lot of attention. You got a lot of these older cats, older women, you know, people who just follow politics, who signed up for a Twitter account just to follow him and get some DC gab, you know what I mean? To kind of be in that loop with the Trump crowd. Yeah. To be in that loop. You got to be on Twitter. If you're a big-time Trumper like that, you know what I'm saying? You got to be on Twitter. That's just basically where those people, and Facebook, but Twitter, you know, if you're just obsessed on that kind of level. I mean, like his nuts are literally just on your nose. You got to be on Twitter. Pop quiz to who owns Twitter? I don't know. Who owns Twitter? Is Twitter owned by another large publicly traded company? Red rights. All right. Because, yeah, Twitter is kind of by itself, right? I don't know if they have an owner. I don't think they have an owner. All right. And Twitter, by the way, that was a stock that was hit hard yesterday. Again, all these social media stocks were kind of getting hit hard by that Facebook bullshit. But I know Twitter last earnings, they came out and said they're going to reach profitability. And again, that's all based on that Trump, interest, right? So that Trump interest, bringing around that crowd, that brings back advertisers who see the opportunity to monetize that audience, monetize that audience. Bin Alawid Prince in Saudi Arabia. Really? And let me tell you something. You guys know anything about those Saudi guys and something about them liking to shit on girls? Have you guys heard of that? There's something that I've been hearing that in Dubai, these rich Middle Eastern guys, they have this thing where they like to turd on girls. That they hire girls to come out there to Dubai and they lay them on the bed, and then these guys take turns shitting on the girl. TM, you said they are freaks on the low? Oh my God. Ugh. I always knew, those guys were kind of different. Because some, you look at some of these Arab dances and stuff like that, and the way the guys are like damn near twerking and shit. I'm like, okay, y'all into some goofy ass shit up there. Motherfuckers low key twerking. When you look at some Arab music, and then you look at some of the, especially out of India too. India and those guys are basically twerking on a goddamn music video. I was watching this one Indian music video. This Indian brother, is basically popping his dick in a goddamn music video. Ding 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 ding. You know that's how that beat that, this motherfucker is popping his dick. I think it was called God, what was the name of that website? Tag the sponsor. But they motherfuckers was trying to sue them and all that stuff. They got kicked off of Instagram like 50 million times because these girls were trying to fight back. Because, a lot of those girls on Instagram, they straight up hoes, you know what I mean? A lot of those girls on Instagram, they just basically hoeing, That's basically what that website is for. That page is for, especially when it comes to those model type chicks. But I ain't mad at them, man. Get your money, you know what I'm saying? Get your money, because at the end of the day, a lot of these women, they don't really want to work, A lot of these pretty girls, really attractive women, you got a big rack, you got a huge ass, and you got a pretty face. You've been coddled all your life. And then you hit the real world, and all of a sudden you're going to do the 9-to-5 thing. It's too hard for you. It's too hard for you. So, yeah, you're going to get up on that Instagram with your dollar store makeup and your fake, Gucci and whatever brand, Prada and all that. And you're going to find a sucker who's going to want a trick on you, man. Yeah, he's going to want a trick on you, man. And you got a lot of tricks out here. You got a lot of dudes who are cool with being tricks. Now, I know there was a song, "It Ain't Tricking If You Got It," but a trick is a trick, man. That's my thing. And it's like, these women don't even love you. That's the thing I don't understand about tricking. Is that you paying this girl who doesn't even really like you like that. You know? But I guess if you're, if you're in your late 60s, your early 70s, 50s, I guess that's just kind of what you gotta have to do. I mean, if you're out of shape, you ain't really got the wordplay like that, you might have to put a G up to get something nice. You're probably tired of your woman you've been sleeping with for 30, 35 years. You still love her, right? You still love her, but you just looking for some new booty. You just looking for some new booty. I was watching National Geographic, man, this was like years ago. And they wanted to talk about how they put like this medicine in this rat, in this mouse to make him like overly sexually crazy. So they put this mouse and this female mouse together. So at the beginning, he was just going ham, just going crazy on this mouse for days and days. And then it got to a point where the sexual activity just turned off. And the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong because they said the medicine they were still putting in the medicine. So what happened is they took the one female mouse out and they put a new female mouse in. And what happened is that the male mouse was right back to just going crazy. So they concluded that a man eventually just gets tired of the same woman, right? You just eventually just get tired of the same woman and smashing the same woman over and over again. That eventually you just can't get it up no more. And next thing you know, you find yourself out here, wandering or getting something new. All right. CALI Rob PTN. Anybody actually watching PTN? What's going on, Miss Clarington? Up with us late. Late squad tonight. This is the late shift. After this, I'm probably take a quick nap and be back in the morning, man. I've been trying to get up into some Forex because I'm very, very interested in the fundamentals of some of these African countries. So I've been playing the USD ZAR because I'm playing that bottom that's in USD ZAR. And shout out to Owawanda. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But that's my broker over there. I only put in a couple $100. And then I'm up right now, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, that Austin bomber. Yeah, I talked about that Austin bomber to start the show. That's some crazy ass shit. He said he blew himself up. Yeah. But here's the thing, man. You don't know what they mean by blew himself up, because I have an idea what they mean by blow himself up. But I mean, they don't want to show you no pictures. They don't want to show you nothing, man. They damn near tried to protect this guy's identity when they first found out who the fuck it was. He said authorities report that he possibly has a team. I don't know about that. Oh, we'll see. I won't be surprised. Like I said, he just went off code. And when he was killing, non-white people, it was cool. Nobody give a damn. But when he started killing white folks, they found his ass. When he started killing white folks, he had to be found immediately, and he was found. But for goddamn month and a half, this guy was literally terrorizing Austin's black community, and they acted like they didn't know where the hell this guy is. When they're gonna find your ass when you owe, $5 to some state government somewhere, they'll find your ass real quick. All right, let's keep it going. What else? Last few tickers and I'll get up out of here. Man, old man winter will not go away, bro. God, man, it's been real cold lately here in Charlotte. I don't know if it's cold where you are, but it's just more reason for me to hurry up and get my money together to get back up out of here, man. Because I think I'm going to make a move again. Because this stock life has really took me all around the country, man. I left Detroit. I went to move to Memphis. Memphis was just too wild. I was just wilding out in Memphis. And then from Memphis, went to Greensboro. Greensboro, North Carolina was cool, but it was too slow. And then I moved to Charlotte. It's been cool here in Charlotte, too. Cold, yeah, the cold needs to get up out of here, man. Cold needs to get up out of here. I'm in North Carolina now. I like these communities where, you're around like-minded people, middle to upper class black folks out here just trying to work, just trying to get it, feed their families, do the right thing. There are a lot of communities like that all over the place, man. And it's been cool to really been able to spend the last couple of years just taking time to go here, and trying to find where I really want to settle. I've gone through a lot of times where I've thought about, just going to Africa or, and when I say Africa, I'm talking about, possibly like a Kenya or Uganda, but then I was like, I don't know, man, and in my situation with my little girl, I don't want to be that kind of father, I don't want to be that kind of father. So, but I want to be happy here, I want to be happy here. And happiness comes from within, but the environment does definitely help. So I kind of like being around, but I hate being the only person that's not necessarily doing well, but just not on the, how do I say, just not working the plantation life, What's going on, Clay Track? You said you open up a SureTrader account and now you have 4 monitors to trade on. Clay Track, what made you open a SureTrader account? Is it because you wanted to short, or you just wanted to get around the PDT rule? TradeNet. Yeah, fuck TradeNet, bro. TradeNet is bullshit. I can't believe you guys fuck with Mir Barak like that. I can't believe you guys were fucking with Mir Barak like that. But, yeah, man, I mean, I got a good sister in my life right now. She's really doing a great job holding me down. Good girl, man. She's a good woman. She's doing everything right, man. I can't complain about her at all. Sometimes, when you're in a relationship, you're looking for faults, and I cannot find a single thing wrong with this chick, man. And those women that come in your life and you kind of, I don't want to say worry about, I'd say worry about them. Like, I got a girl in my life right now that I would be worried about her if she wasn't in my life. I would be worried about her because I'm such an asset to her, you know what I'm saying? Because I can, there are things that I can do for her, and I have done for her that I know a lot of brothers out here aren't going to do. They're just not going to do it. A lot of brothers out here, they're really wasting a lot of women's time. You know what I'm saying? And she's been in some situations, like when we first met, she was in some financial situations that was just like, come on. So I worked a lot with her credit, we got her credit. She had like a 505 credit score. I'm like, good God, lady. So we got her credit score now. She's mid sixes. We're still working on it because she got some things we got to work on and get out there. And she's got a new place. She was living with one of her homegirls. She got her own place now. I put up some money for the deposit for that. So now we're trying to get her in a better space economically with maybe some better opportunities. And then once she gets her money right, then I'm going to get her into some trading too. But, you know, I'm all about, when women come into my life, I'm all about building them up, man. I'm all about building. Every girl, I think every woman that's with you, she should leave better than when she came. Even if it don't work out. She should leave in a better situation messing with you than she came and then she showed up in. Because if that's not what's happening, man, then you know, you ruining these girls' life. You know what I'm saying? Because all my exes follow me on Facebook. Every single one of them right now, I can tell you right, if I called them up, I was like, yo, come through. They'd come through. Every single one of them. You know? Every single one of them. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but, you know, it's just, I think it counts to the fact that when I'm messing with the chick, shit's gonna get better. Because, shit's gonna get better because we not finna do this, you know, struggling and counting the bills and all. Nah, I'm not finna do it. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit. We gonna hustle up some paper and we gonna actually enjoy life, you know? Yeah, man. This shit of living paycheck to paycheck, and I can't do that shit, man. I did that, you know, coming out of the Navy with my first few jobs. I ain't about that life, man. I get frustrated, I get mad when I see other people enjoying life on their terms. Why can't I do that? You know? Yeah. Should have hit him up. Remember the problems with your dual 40Ks? Yeah, man. I'm on that curve. I'm on that curve monitor life now, too. Do I ever want more than one woman? I've thought about that, you know, that polygamy thing. But, man, you know, what would that be for? Like, why would I need more than one woman? You know, besides what we just talked about, the whole sex, besides the sex thing, why, you know, I don't see why I would need another woman. You know? And if I'm going to get another woman, you best believe that the woman that I would pick, she got to be co-signed by the woman you're already with, right? So she literally got to be picked by the woman you're already with. All right? Because they got to be like this. You know, if y'all really about that kind of lifestyle, those two women better be girlfriends. They better be best friends. And they better be cool with the idea that you sleeping with both of them. And you got to be man enough to be able to provide for both of those women 100%. 100%. You know. So for guys who can afford it, and for women who are willing to allow, you know, that kind of relationship, then cool. You know. Then cool. If you got it like that. You know. Clay Track, you says double trouble. I don't know, man. I mean, you got some women out here that are down for that kind of lifestyle, man. You know, you got some women out here that are very open-minded and are okay with the idea of having a sister wife, man. You know, so get it how you live, man. I'm not going to tell anybody else how to live their life. You got men out here with 3 or 4, kids by 3 or 4 different women. So if you can make that happen, why can't you bring it upon yourself to create an environment where there's more cohesion, so them living with you, sharing, your assets, building assets, and putting it all together. All the brothers that I know who have women by multiple children by multiple women, all of those women are single or dating around, and motherfuckers just passing they baby mamas to each other and stuff. And I say, man, look, have you ever thought about approaching them and saying, hey, look, let's kind of build something around our children and something where we can make it work. But some relationships are so damaged that they're irreparable. You said you hate sharing my assets. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I think when you get women involved in the business, whatever that business you're in, because I know a lot of guys who get frustrated when their girl asks them for money. Like if their girl asks them, like, babe, can I have $100? I gotta go do this, and this. They literally feel some kind of way. You know what I mean? They're like, oh God, like she's asking me for money. But I feel like when you get your girl involved in your finances and share how you're spending money and how you make money and what you do with your money, she becomes a lot more conscientious about how to ask for money from you, and why she's asking that money for, what exactly she wants to do with that money. So the bullshit stops. Well, I just need money just to need money. When you educate her on, the fact of what you make, what your responsibilities are, why you like to save, the reason for your saving, the goals that you have, bring her into the fold. Yeah, man. Sal, let's call in, man. It's a late night show, bro. I mean, we're just fucking around right now, It's early in the morning. We're just kind of fucking around right now. Call in. You can talk about anything right now. So, I can't do this at 9:30. At 9:30, everybody's kind of up the ass on the tickers. But I can't lie. I miss those days when I could really just kind of talk about all I want. But the guys at 9:30, a lot of them are just too sensitive for some of these conversations we be having. You said your wife has a separate bank account and she has no idea how much you make trading. How come, Clay Track? You want that female energy, bro. I surround myself with that female energy, man. As a man, you don't even know you're a man until you have a woman around. You don't even know that you're a man until a woman is around, bro. You need a woman. You need that energy around you, bro. You need that. So these guys out here that, I'm on that MGTOW, I'm a MGTOW, dude, you're a fruit, bro. You're a fruit. And you got issues with yourself. As a man, you need a woman. You need that. You need a good woman who cares about you, that's interested in what you're pursuing, that is all about, helping you achieve, cumulative goals for each other as well as your goals. You know what I'm saying? You need that. And if she's not up to it mentally, then you need to get her there mentally. You need to get her to understand what the purpose is, right? You need to put out a plan for her and for you, right? And show her what your plan is. All right, this is what I'm going to do. This is my track. All right, in 5 years, this is where I'd like to be. This is where I see us. And this is kind of where you fit in. And I kind of need you to do this. And if she's looking at that and she's like, I don't really know. All right, then, I know, okay, well, all right, you ain't about that life. It is what it is. I'm going to keep it moving. you know. But you don't want to waste your time out here, man. You said you do the cooking, you know. Okay. You say if she sees me make 1,000 in a day, you going out for an expensive dinner. That's hilarious. Yeah. Okay, that's what's up, Play Track. You said you're a chef. Your wife finally has no car payment. She saved 6 months, starting to understand. Yeah, that's what's up, man. That no car payment life is the shit, man. You know, I like I said, I had a guy introduce me to that no car payment life. And I didn't even know anything about, you know, going to the auctions and stuff like that. But a guy put me on. He's like, man, go to these auctions. You can get great late model cars that have, you can test drive them right there. And the thing is not like no shit where you can't test drive them, and you can really get a mechanic to look them over right there in the damn lot. And I got a great deal on the RX 350 that I know would have cost me 20 G's on a lot, and I got it for 7,500, bro, and walked out with a car that had value, you know, that I was in profit on. I mean, if I could have flipped it for, you know, street, I could have flipped it for 15, 16 street, you know. So that's the way to do it, bro. That's the way to do it. You said you're the chef of the house. Wife don't want to cook. Why doesn't your wife want to cook? See, I like girls who cook, though, because, you know, that's kind of one of those things I put out there first and foremost. 916, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Sal? It's Kelly Robb.
Kelly, what's up, man?
Oh, nothing much, man, since it's a late night and wanted to drop a little joke on you.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead.
Picked this one up on the golf course the other day, man. I thought it was pretty good, so I figured I'd share it with everyone.
Go ahead.
So we got a Catholic priest and a Jewish rabbi. They're walking down the street, and they see a 14-year-old boy. And the priest says, "Hey, you want to fuck him?" And the Jewish guy says, "Out of what?"
What? Yeah, I get what you're saying. I was on the whole, like, you know, you want to fuck him part, but I get what you're saying, man. That was a good joke, Kelly. I appreciate you, man.
I love you, man. Thanks for looking over my tickers. Shout out to my buddy Clay Track, man. He's a boss-ass trader, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Kelly Rob, man.
You have a wonderful night, Sal.
Yes, indeed. You as well. You as well. Yeah, I mean, the joke is that the Jewish guy, you know, he's all about the money. You know what I mean? He's all about the money. And the priest was really trying to get some ass. He was really trying to get some ass, man. That's one of those jokes that's like, you want to laugh, but it's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? It's really fucked up. You know, and I got to be careful because motherfucker will go ahead and report, you know, my goddamn video if I started busting out laughing. We're like, you see, he's laughing at racist jokes. So I just had to play it down a little bit. You know? Shout out to Callie Rob for the call. Shout out to Callie Rob for the call. Donzel says it's beyond fucked up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Appreciate you, Cristal. He said you like jokes like that. Otis Johnson, the truth is the truth. You know, it's so funny because, you know, Jay-Z got in trouble for that. You guys remember on that 444 album when he mentioned on that track, I forgot the name of the track, but he mentioned the fact that Jews own all the real estate in America, and some Jews came after him about that. Now Jay-Z got the protection, so that came and went real quick, but they came at him about the fact that he was putting out the fact that Jews own so much real estate, and that kind of was racist and all that stuff. But these people love real estate, man. Jewish people love real estate. They love wealth building. They love the idea of, buying assets and that kind of thing. So I've read some books on that religion and those people that practice that. And yes, their books talk about it a lot. I mean, their books really preach that, but for them, it's more like a security thing. So they're all about chasing money because they believe money is security. And that's kind of one of the things that they say they learned from their experiences from the Russian Revolution and the Bolshevik times and all that stuff. And even in Europe, for the most part, if you go in history, they were pretty poor until a certain time where they realized, well, shit, if we can control money, we can control the terms of damn near everything, and we no longer have to be an oppressed people. So they went out and did that. The story of OJ, yeah, that it is, the story of OJ. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Jay-Z got the protection, man. Jay-Z got the protection. Jay-Z has made so much money for that group in New York City, especially what Jay-Z did when you talk about the Atlantic, that Atlantic Mall situation with the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, you got to understand, with that situation, they literally destroyed an entire black neighborhood in New York City for that stadium. And in order to make it cool and legit, they put Jay-Z's face on it. They gave this fool 0.0001% of the team. He was running around the country talking about, I own the Nets, I own the Nets, and I'm a black owner in the NBA. This motherfucker didn't own not even 1% of the team, bro. Not even 1% of the team. Not even 0.01% of the team. It was literally 0.000 something percent. And he put his face on the new stadium. That justified and really clamped down the concerns of the community. And some people had that, hey man, this is gentrification. Why are you taking these people's neighborhoods? Why are you destroying this whole city block? And he allowed himself to be the face of that. And that was really unfortunate. But because of that, he's been able to get the protection ever since. Yeah. He was able to get the protection ever since. So Jay-Z stuck his neck out. And no, not even stuck. He was a coon, man. He basically cooned it out. And, because of that, they've been, he's allowed to get in on really interesting deals with technology and all that shit. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Not owning the locker rooms. But yeah, it's really interesting because now we got Diddy. Diddy is supposedly buying, and they're actually coming real close. I thought it was bullshit at first, but Diddy is really trying to put together a team to buy the Panthers, man. He's really serious about buying the Panthers. And, living here in North Carolina, we're getting regular updates. So he's been approaching a lot of investment funds and trying to pool money together because at the end of the day, say what you want about these celebrities that they pander to you as being successful and wealthy. A lot of them are cash poor. They're cash poor, asset poor, but they sell them to you like, oh yeah, this guy made $400 million. Yeah, he worth $700 million. They motherfuckers ain't got that kind of money. Because when it comes time to really make deals, they bring in 12, 15, 25 people along with them. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to put something together here in North Carolina to buy the Panthers, and they could very well make it happen because he's trying to sell them on the idea like, look, I'm a brand. I'm going to increase the value of the Panthers, and we're going to have guys coast to coast rocking Panthers jerseys and gear. That's basically what he's trying to do. Yeah, Jeter. Derek Jeter found, buying the Marlins. And you got that, what's that soccer player who was dating that Spice Girl? He went and bought a soccer team down there in Miami. I forgot his name. He said they need to stop with the we need to our own sporting leagues and stuff trying to fit in. You know, I don't know how a Negro league would work in today's generation. But I know that it was fucked up what they did to the old one. And I don't know if we need a Negro league as much as you just missed great opportunities to participate when it was cheaper to buy a team. You know what I mean? When you look at some of these football teams, especially in that now are worth billions of dollars, you're looking at something like the Kansas City Chiefs, you know, back in like the 80s and early 80s. These teams were worth like, you know, 50 million, 75 million. I mean, they were basically peanuts. They were peanuts. And you had celebrities at the time who had the opportunity to put together organizations to buy these, you know, fledgling organizations at the time. Right? And now what's happened is that the value of these assets have gotten so expensive that now you can't do it. So there were opportunities for guys to step up and buy these teams. You know? See, the Bears were bought, yeah, man, in the 2000s. So these teams, they were going for peanuts in the early 90s, late 80s, 70s. Those were opportunities, but, you know, when you don't have foresight, when you don't have, you know, an ownership mentality, you know what I'm saying? You don't have a mentality that says, I should own things. You miss out. And sure enough, look at all those people in the 80s and 70s who were celebrities. Now most of them are, you know, out of business or broke. You know, but the ones that are successful, you know, the Beatles and whatever, and many of those, they bought assets, you know, whether it be their own catalogs or catalogs of other celebrities, and they're doing well. They understand value. Said team ownership sounds like a lot of work. That's why you love stocks, liquidity. Well, I don't know. What are you talking about? These teams are very liquid, bro. I mean, you know, when you own a team, you own a logo. You own rights that you can sell to television stations, to clothing manufacturers, so don't, you know, a business is different, you know. If I had the opportunity to own a sporting club, hell yeah, I'd take that opportunity all day. Yeah, all you gotta understand, there's no such thing as a football team that's not profitable. An 0-13 team, when the Lions, when I was living in Detroit, there was a season the Lions went like 0-16, right? I think they had lost every game that year. They still made like $35 million that year, net. They still made like $30 million that year. All these football teams make money, bro. All these football teams make money. The TV deals, all right, the stadiums, which, by the way, are all corporate welfare, right? The stadiums are all pretty much financed by your city. The owners don't put no money for the stadiums, right? So the stadium is paid by the city, you're right? But they keep all the net profits. The only thing the city benefits is when the game is on. The local vendors, you know, they're getting their money. The downtown area gets their money. So literally, as an owner of a franchise, that's the best thing for you, bro. It's easy money. Yeah, you can sell the name of the stadium. That's true. That's guaranteed cash, bro. And, you know, these sporting teams, these people are full-time employees, right? So you pay them all year. And the money you make lasts all year. I mean, next thing you know, it's another season, right? Another time for you to make money. You know? But, yeah, the NFL's got a long way to go. Long way to go when we talk about diversity and diversity of ownership, diversity of even in the coaching staff, bro. It's just weird as fuck. I remember one time I went to visit Louisiana, and we went to a Saints practice, right? A Saints practice. This was years ago, and I'm looking at the team, the Saints. This was years ago. This team, black as fuck, you know, the whole every damn man besides the couple quarterbacks and the kickers and shit. But then the whole staff was just like, I'm like, damn, okay, all right, okay. I mean, god damn, y'all couldn't even get a brother to pass out water bottles, shit. Said the NFL is a giant monopoly. Yeah, there's no competition at all. You know, but they're you know, at the end of the day, you know, hopefully, you know, do I want Diddy to buy it? No, I think Diddy, like I said, he's a glorified liquor salesman. And I think if Diddy, you know, besides, I understand how distribution can be an issue, but I like the idea of ownership, you know what I mean? Like, I like the idea of starting shit myself and owning it, you know, and owning it all. Say you're still using 2 monitors. I use 3 monitors. But sometimes you can overdo it with the monitor thing too, so I try not to, you know. How is this shit going to make you guys money tomorrow when the markets are open? We've been talking about the markets, sir, for last 2 hours. Where have you been? We went over. Let me see, how many tickets did I go through here? We went over 47 tickers, sir. We went over 47 tickers. There's always going to be one, Donzel. There's always going to be one. There's always going to be one. I don't even let it get to me no more. At this point, it's just like, you know, I don't even give a fuck. TBBK. Because let me tell you right now, I ain't making no money. Ain't making no money. You know, motherfuckers ain't making no money. They'll be here one day, ain't going. They trade, you know, for dollars and cents, you know. I'm trading for the whole thing. So Amazon will demonopolize because the company is becoming too strong. Well, Joe Johnny, say what you want about Amazon, but this Republican Congress is not going to do anything about it. So until there's a change in the White House, there's nothing going to hurt Amazon. Until Amazon, or unless Amazon comes out to hurt the Republican Party blatantly in some kind of way, they're not going to do anything to Amazon. So that's the gig with them. So Amazon could eventually hurt themselves, but not under a Republican administration. You said got a lot of things open, need a third monitor. I hear you. I hear you on that. You said you enjoyed the trolls back in the day, though. Yeah, I did like the trolls. I do miss some of the trolling. But I think once they realize that goddamn fucking nigger is just going to keep streaming. He's just going to keep talking about stocks. He's going to keep shitting on our stocks. He's going to keep, no matter what we do, then they just kind of left, you know. They just kind of left. And I think that's just what it was. And I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying the N-word just to say it. I'm saying that's how they think, you know what I'm saying? That's how they think. That's just what it is, you know. That's just what it is. You know, when they realize, goddamn, man, he's just gonna keep going. He's just going to keep going. Yeah, man. Look, trading is a lifestyle, man. This is a lifestyle that, it really, you either like it or you don't like it, man. You either are about the markets and you're about trading and getting better, and creating, that opportunity for you where 20, 25, 30 years down the line, you're sitting on $1 million, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 plus, for yourself over a period, and that's a cumulative, history of trading, because you've gotten better year after year after year, month after month after month, because you really can't. Your 401k is not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Putting money under the mattress is not going to do it. You really have to be, actively engaged in your money. You really have to be actively engaged in the management of your money. Yeah. It makes you a learner. It makes you appreciate how the world works. It also, being a trader also makes you realize how fucked up the world is too. How fucking evil people are, like Warren Buffett. I think Warren Buffett is the most evil man on the world right now. You know what I'm saying? He's evil in the way that he's got the ability to make changes in things, and he's doesn't care enough to do so. This is a man that's got more than enough money, and he's just decided that it's not none of my business to use my wealth that I've been blessed with, because I've had this skill to make any change. But I think, like I said, when he's long gone, I think history is going to really reassess his success. History is really going to reassess his success. Yeah, he's old too. I mean, he's old. He don't give a fuck. But there's some things he could have done, and that we just don't have time for right now. And Warren Buffett, incredible ability, also benefited from just being born in the right time. And I think a lot of people discount that. The guy he's a boomer, and he was born in the right time, man. At the right time, he had a unique advantage of trading stocks, about companies that really had over, 10 times exponent of advantage, right? Europe was gone. The Japanese were basically out of business. So you're talking about from the late 1950s, from the mid 1950s to the 70s, there was basically no competition for U.S. businesses. From 1950s to the 1970s, virtually no competition for U.S. businesses on a global scale. That's a huge head start for somebody who had a trading style like his, right? And then, of course, going into the 1980s, then you have the rise of Japan and the electronic sector, and that those markets started finally becoming competitive. Europe becomes competitive early, 1990s going into the 2000s. But for 35 to 40 years, there was virtually no competition for U.S. corporations after World War II. Yeah. Absolutely, Chris. Absolutely. And we don't get a history on Warren Buffett. Like, hey man, what were you doing in the 1960s? What were you doing in the 1970s? Nobody asked those tough questions. I mean, this guy was sitting on $500 million, during the height of the civil rights movement, man. This guy was sitting on $500 million. When you look at it and you study Warren Buffett, the guy's sitting on $500 million. Yeah, and where were you at, bro? And that might not be a question. Some people might say, well, that might not be a question that's appropriate for him. Why not? I mean, where were you at? What were you doing? You know what I'm saying? Oh, they suck his nuts at CNBC. And a guy like Warren Buffett, he get in front of a brother like me, I'm going to give him that work. I'm going to give his ass that work because, you were, what were you doing during the Vietnam War? This guy was he was a billionaire during the Vietnam War. Where were you at then? You know what I'm saying? So this guy, he's got a lot of questions, in my opinion, that he's been able to avoid because the financial system has protected him. But I one day want to be in a situation where I could catch him on the spot, man. I'd love to one day, if I could get in front of an audience or he's speaking or something like that, I'm going to give him that work because, he's one guy who has, I'm just folksy old Warren Buffett. I just eat my hamburger and my Diet Coke and fuck out of here with that bullshit. He said he had tunnel vision and money, not much else. Yeah, and the problem is that we too, we as a lot of black folks are really nice. You know what I mean? They're very nice, and if you put on a nice, friendly demeanor, and they treat you real nice, and they don't want to rock the boat. I'm not one of them motherfuckers. He said the pranksters are now my biggest fan. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. The pranksters, guys who are, there's some people who at the beginning of the show, like I have this one call on my channel. I took it out and I made it its own video. And I think I was like 5 episodes into the show. And this guy, and at the time it was just me talking, right? I didn't have the charts or anything. And this Asian guy calls up, and you can tell he's Asian by the sound of his voice. And he's like, he was probably one of these guys who thought I was a scam and he was going to catch me on some bullshit. And he's like, show me your charts. Show me how you break something down. Show me your chart. Show me your charting, man. I want to see your charts. Show me what you do with the RSI. Show me what you want to do. You're just talking. I want to see some action from you. Like, and I admittedly in my feelings, I got into my feelings like, cause I'm like, this motherfucker, like, we're talking about OTCs and he's talking about like, show me your chart. So, and I call him a bitch ass nigga or something like that. Something he's never heard himself be called before. And he's like, motherfucker, shit, oh my God, motherfucker. Like, and he just gets triggered. I mean, it's the video. Yeah, the video's on my channel somewhere. I forgot the name of the title. And I call him that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them they want to call you the N-word, but they've never been called the N-word. And so when they get called the N-word, it's like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I could take that shit. So that shit was funny. Chinese, man. He's an Asian guy. I don't want to say Chinese. That's so racist. But I could tell he had never been called that word. So he got real turned up. And I just hung up on his ass. That was funny. And he tried to call back like 3 or 4 times, and I wouldn't take the call. Some of you guys also might have watched the show long enough to realize that you remember there would be callers who would call up and they would ask like a million questions about just tell me what a moving average is. Tell me what just trying to play dumb. And I'm like, dude, you obviously are a white man. You know what the fuck a moving average is. You know what the stock market is. You have in your sphere of influence people who trade stocks. How in the world are you calling me and asking me what that is? This is the most disingenuous conversation we're having right now. You know what I'm saying? So I knew he was just trying to catch me into something like I didn't know what I was talking about. You guys remember those kind of conversations that used to happen? A lot on the show at the beginning. You know, that's just blatant disingenuous, you know. Oh, I'm calling for advice, but you're really just trying to test my knowledge, and you don't realize I really eat and sleep this shit. But you know, I'm not a guy who's gonna go out here and stunt or something like that, because I'm a man of color, and the minute I start stunting and really putting out there with, you know, money and numbers, they're gonna bring me down, man. They're gonna bring me down with some IRS bullshit or just some random bullshit. He said, "Go, yeah, go." He said, "Go ask Alexa." That's hilarious. All right, I'm gonna get up out of here in a minute. So I'm gonna take a little nap before the market opens. Shout out to all the guys who are taking advantage of Black Box, man. Blackbox.org. That promotion's been doing real well. Guys have been making some good money on Black Box. That's good to see, man. When they approached me, I said, "Look, man, y'all want to do business with me? You know, understand what it is, man. There's nothing I'm not going to be able not to talk about, or nothing. I'm not signing no papers. I'm not, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna push your shit, but I'm not, you know, we're not doing no signing, nothing. Nothing is off limits." And they were cool with it. So I was like, all right, that's what's up. Let's make it happen. You know, so they were very much like Equity Feed. And we made it work. So yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah. With these nuts. These nuts. And my thing is, I walked into that, right? Because the guy was like, yeah, DEEZ. And I was like, D's? And he's like, these nuts? Oh, shit. I walked right into that one, man. I walked right into that shit, bro. You know. Yeah. I walked right into that one. Oh, man. What's his name? Some of you guys may remember, because this was an early beef I had with, what's his name? I called what's his name, a fruitcake. Tim Sykes' man. Tim Grittani. I called him a fruitcake. Because I think he, you know, he's one of those reformed, moist dudes. He's one of those guys who he went and got reformed, and now he's married and stuff. But and at the time, I was kind of being mean. I was kind of being mean about him, you know, because, you know, at the end of the day, I think he likes his butt munched, but he's gotten reformed, and now he's got a wife and whatever. So I used to go ham on him like the first couple of episodes. That's why I hid the first couple of episodes, because we spent like 2 or 3 days just making fun of the fact that, you know, I think he likes his booty hole played with. And it's so funny because I think Tim sent me an email. It's like, come on, man, blah, blah, blah. I really appreciate you promoting my stuff, but I don't think that's cool. And that was some funny old shit, too. I'm kind of wondering where he's been at, because he's got a thing now with shyness. And he gets he's got like anxiety issues and stuff like that. Yeah, Game Face. That's what I mean. And Donzel Essex, you know, yeah. Oh, I'm not being blatant with it. You know. I'm not being blatant with it. So we, that was an early beef. I wouldn't even call that a beef. We were just clowning the dude. What else? We've been through some things here on the show, man. You know, 291 episodes, about to hit 300. Sometime next month in March, April, we're gonna hit 300. You know, so I like it. I like where we are. We're at a point now where we don't really have any trolls anymore. And, it's a show for people who really are serious about trading small cap stocks and options. And, we got rid of the pumper crowd. The pumper crowd is gone. And I think it's a legit good little show for an hour and a half, 2 hours that a guy can tune into at night and get some trading ideas, man. This is not CNBC, it's not CNN, but if you want an open dialogue with guys who like to trade, call up, man. 305-600-2896. I'll let you say whatever you want to say. I've never ran from a call, never ran from a bad, explanation on something or a ticker that I said that was going to be hot that wasn't hot. If I don't know something, I've always said I don't know. And I don't think it gets better than that, man. I don't think it gets better than that. So this is a good shit right here that we got going on. Some good shit. Gay bodybuilder wanted my cheeks. Yeah, there was this bodybuilder who came into the chat room and he was like, "Ooh, Sal, your skin is so chocolate." I'm like, "Nigga, what the fuck did you just tell me?" And throughout the night, he was just making comments. And I didn't tell you all this, but he actually had sent me an email. He's like, "Hey, this is Gay Bodybuilder. And yeah, for real, man, I was just wondering, how dark is your butt?" And I'm like, what the fuck? I ended up blocking his email. I was trying to block this fool, man. I'm trying to block this fool, and I couldn't block him. I don't know what he had something on his thing. I'm trying to block this fool, and I couldn't block him. I couldn't block him. Yeah, he tried it, man. He tried it, bro. But let me tell y'all something, man. I'm a jug master. I'm an ass master, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a jug master. I'm an ass master. I actually ended up meeting the guy who runs. He had a really cool audio blog for a while, but I think he ran into some money trouble and he got sick. But the guy who ran Black Vagina Finder was, or it still is, I think it's still up, is a website where this brother was going around the ghetto of Ohio where, what's his name? LeBron James grew up. He's got family in Detroit. And he was a fan of my channel. I didn't even know that. I was like, damn, okay. And he's like, yeah, I'm in Detroit. I run the website, blah, 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 And I don't even know. He just came out and said it in the email that he ran the website. And at the time, I was thinking about a website. This is 2015-ish. I was thinking about having a website, and because websites were still in at the time. And so we meet up. And he's older dude, but just a player, man, just a real player. It was just real player vibe I got from him, and funny ass dude. And he just told me about his website and how he makes his money and how to do a pay gate and all that stuff. So I learned a lot of things from that brother. So interesting shit. He said that's when he made me an admin. Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah, pay attention to that Facebook, man. Pay attention to that Facebook. Pay attention to a lot of things, man. A lot of things that are going to be popping tomorrow. Home Depot, I'm watching. Facebook, I'm watching. MU, I'm watching. Dries, I'm watching. A lot of these stocks that ran last week that could bounce again. Let me see here. I'm watching. What else? Okay, I think these are, so quite a few stocks that I'll be watching today. But at the end of the day, man, you can have a watch list, but the market is going to tell you what's going to run, and all you can do is pull up your chart and trade it appropriately. But again, watching to see what stocks really make a turn for positive territory. A lot of good stocks out there. NVIDIA, where's NVIDIA at? I haven't seen NVIDIA in the day. Right, still watching NVIDIA. NVIDIA is struggling, and I think NVIDIA's trying to pull back. I think NVIDIA wants to pull back. You said I've been listening to time, but didn't realize you're still live, Sal. Yeah, Brendan, I'm about to get up out of here, Brendan. I'm about to get up out of here. I've gone way too long than I thought I was going to do. I thought I was going to come on and just do a quick hour because we're so late. But, when I do these late night shows, I get turned up when there are few people in the chat room, because I could, when there are few people in the chat room, I know I could really be myself. When we get to like 100, 105, 90, 97, I mean, these guys, all they want is give me the next ticker, So you're very tight with what you can say or do on days like that. But times like this, I can really shoot my shit and look at tickers at the same time. All right? Yes, indeed, Stock Z. Let me get up out of here, too. Let me go ahead and ring that bell. Yeah, some of you guys got to get some sleep. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the guys listening on the night shift. Listening all around the world. Let's go ahead and ring that bell. Yes, indeed. Great show, ladies and gentlemen. Just shooting the shit with the guys, man. I think every man kind of needs that just hanging with the guys and talking stocks, women, everything, man. You need that in your life. Whether you get it in person or in real life, you need that. Just to be able to chill and relax. And, yes, indeed. Thank you to all the people who watched tonight. My callers, CALI Rob called up. Legendary Eights, Otis Johnson, Donzel Essex, Red Rides, yes indeed, Stock Z. Who else is in here, man? Eban R, TM, all you guys who are in here, and all you guys watching on TV, lurking, doing whatever it is you were doing. Claytrack, Legendary Eights, Lomdale Carter, appreciate you, man. Yes, bell opening up in just a bit, couple hours. Grab a couple hours of sleep, and then be back at it, man. You already know what it is. And I'll be back on later tonight to wrap up the week. Damn, this week went by fast as fuck. Shit. Yo, this week went by fast, dude. Yeah. 4 episodes. Yeah, that's 4. That's 4 for the week. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Every single one. I appreciate you guys, man. Hit up my links, my sponsors, Equity Feed, Black Box. Until next time, happy trading, everyone. See you tomorrow. Oh, in a couple hours. Take care.